You know how building websites with plain JavaScript can sometimes feel like juggling 100 things at once? Well, that's exactly the problem AngularJS was created to solve. And it does it in a really smart way. My name is Daniel, and in this video, I'm going to break down what AngularJS is, why it became such a big deal for web development, and how you can get started using it, even if you're not a coding pro yet. So if you ever wondered how modern web apps work behind the scenes, stick around. This is gonna be fun. Guys, make sure you check out all the useful links in the description after watching this video. There might be some nice discounts there. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the basics, guys. This framework is a JavaScript library created by Google back in 2010. It's designed to make building dynamic web applications much easier than traditional JavaScript approaches. Think of it as a toolkit that extends HTML with new capabilities. Instead of writing tons of JavaScript to manipulate the DOM, this framework lets you write declarative code. You tell it what you want, and it figures out how to make it happen. The framework follows what's called the MVC pattern: model, view, controller. Don't worry about the technical jargon right now, folks. Just know that it helps organize your code in a clean, maintainable way. One of the coolest features is two-way data binding. This means when your data changes, the view updates automatically. When users interact with the view, your data updates too. It's like having a conversation between your data and your interface. The framework also comes with built-in services for common tasks. Need to make HTTP requests? There's a service for that. Want to handle routing? It's got you covered. These tools save you from writing boilerplate code over and over again. Before we dive into the good stuff, let's talk about what you need to know beforehand. Don't worry, guys, the requirements aren't too steep. You should have a solid understanding of HTML. Not just the basics, but how elements work together to create structure. You'll be extending HTML with custom attributes and elements, so comfort with markup is essential. CSS knowledge is important too, my friends. You don't need to be a design wizard, but understanding selectors, properties, and basic styling will help. The framework doesn't handle styling for you, so you'll need these skills. JavaScript fundamentals are crucial. You should understand variables, functions, objects, and arrays. DOM manipulation knowledge is helpful but not required. The framework handles most DOM interactions for you. Basic understanding of web development concepts helps a lot. Things like client-server communication, HTTP requests, and how web applications work. These concepts will make learning the framework much smoother. Finally, folks, you'll need a text editor and a modern web browser. That's it for tools. The framework runs in any browser that supports JavaScript. No complex setup or build tools required to get started. But before we dive into the core concepts, guys, I want to address something that's been on a lot of developers' minds lately. If you're already working with existing applications in production, you've probably heard that official support ended back in December 2021. Here's the reality. There are millions of applications still running in production that aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Companies need developers who understand these systems, and upgrading isn't always straightforward. The thing is, moving from version 1.8.3 to the newer Angular versions isn't just an update, it's basically rebuilding your entire application. We're talking about a complete architectural shift, learning TypeScript, and dealing with totally different APIs. But here's where it gets tricky. Running unsupported software means you're not getting those critical security updates anymore. That's where TuxCare comes in. And honestly, their approach makes a lot of sense for teams in this situation. TuxCare offers something called Endless Lifecycle Support for version 1.8.3. Instead of forcing you to upgrade immediately, they keep your existing applications secure with ongoing security patches. This gives you the breathing room to plan your upgrade strategy properly, instead of rushing into it. What I really appreciate about their solution is that it maintains full compatibility with your existing code. You're not dealing with breaking changes or having to refactor anything. Your applications keep running exactly as they are, but with the security updates, you need to stay compliant with standards like PCI DSS and HIPAA. They even provide 14-day SLAs for security fixes, which is pretty impressive for legacy software support. This kind of reliability is crucial when you're dealing with production systems that can't afford downtime. So if you care about the security of your projects, it's definitely worth checking out. I've linked TuxCare down below, so take a look, guys. Lots of thanks to TuxCare for sponsoring me. And now, back to the video. So let's break down the essential concepts you need to understand, guys. These are the building blocks of every application built with this framework. Modules organize your application. Think of them as containers that hold all your pieces. Every application starts with at least one module that bootstraps everything together. Controllers handle the business logic for your views. They contain the functions and data that your templates need. Controllers respond to user actions and manage application state. Scope bridges controllers and views. It's an object that holds data and functions your templates can access. When scope data changes, the view updates automatically through data binding. Services are reusable pieces of functionality. They handle tasks like HTTP requests, data storage, or complex calculations. Services can be injected into controllers and other components as needed. Directives are perhaps the most powerful feature. They let you create custom HTML elements and attributes. You can build reusable components that encapsulate both behavior and presentation. Filters transform data for display purposes. They can format dates, sort arrays, or modify text. Filters are applied in templates using the pipe syntax and don't change the original data. Dependency injection is how components get the services they need. The framework automatically provides dependencies when components are created. This makes testing and code organization much easier. Let's talk about getting your hands dirty, folks. The beauty of this framework is how easy it is to get started. You don't need complex build tools or development environments. You can start by including the framework from a CDN. Just add a script tag to your HTML file, and you're ready to go. This approach is perfect for learning and small projects. Create a simple HTML file and add the framework script. Then create a basic application module. This tells the framework that your page is an application it should manage. Start with simple data binding examples. Create a text input and display its value somewhere else on the page. Watch how changes in the input automatically update the display. This demonstrates the two-way binding concept beautifully. Next, try creating a simple controller. Controllers manage the data and behavior for parts of your application. Start with basic functions that respond to user interactions. Practice with built-in directives. These are special attributes that add behavior to HTML elements. Try ng-repeat to display lists, ng-if for conditional content, and ng-click for handling clicks. And don't try to learn everything at once, guys. Master the basics before moving to advanced features. The framework has many powerful capabilities, but understanding the fundamentals is most important. Guys, before we move on, I try to make my content fun instead of boring. And in return, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content I make. Once you've got the basics down, my friends, it's time to level up your skills. The framework has many advanced features that can make your applications more powerful and maintainable. Learn about custom directives. These let you create reusable components that encapsulate both behavior and presentation. Start with simple directives and gradually work toward more complex ones. Master the built-in services like $HTTP for making API requests. Understanding how to fetch data from servers is crucial for real-world applications. Practice handling success and error responses properly. Explore routing with ng-route or UI router. Single-page applications need navigation between different views. Routing lets users bookmark specific pages and use browser navigation buttons. Study testing patterns for applications built with this framework. The framework was designed with testing in mind. Learn to write unit tests for controllers, services, and directives. Practice with different architectural patterns, folks. While MVC is the default, you can organize larger applications using component-based architectures. This prepares you for modern development approaches. Work on real projects, even if they're small. Building complete applications teaches you about project organization, code structure, and common patterns. Start with personal projects and gradually take on more complex challenges. Join the community and contribute to open-source projects. The framework has a vibrant community with tons of plugins and extensions. Contributing helps you learn from experienced developers. Alright, my friends, that's pretty much everything you need to get started with AngularJS. It's a super handy tool that makes building dynamic web apps way easier, especially if you're tired of writing endless lines of JavaScript just to get basic stuff working. If you've never tried it before, I really recommend giving it a shot. Start small, build something simple like the to-do app we talked about, and you'll see how quickly things start to click. It's honestly a great way to level up your web development skills without getting overwhelmed. And hey, if you have any questions, or if you've already used AngularJS and have tips of your own, drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you're working on or help out if you get stuck. Feel free to check out the links in the description below, you might find some discounts there. As usual, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, until next time.